Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome to the bonus episode of Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. Just like in the first game, the second game is going to have one bonus episode where I'm going to cover the post-game stage, which is called Dragon Shores in this case. Spyro's vacation that he actually planned on doing in the very first part, remember? He's still going to get his vacation. However, that is not the only thing we are going to do. Just like in the first game's bonus episode, we are also going to use this episode in order to cover the art gallery that we unlocked by doing all of the skill point missions. Since we've already done every single one of them, the full art gallery is going to be unlocked, so I can actually quickly go over that during this episode as well. Just in case you want a reminder, these are the things we actually all did. Nicely done, if I do say so myself. Alright, and as you may know, the moment you do the first page, you can already see half of the art gallery. And the second half of it can only be viewed the moment you complete the second page. So only once everything is completed, then you can actually watch the entire thing. For that, we're going to press the X button, as you can see. And we get some artwork, which is going to be based on the remastered version, of course. Not the original version of Spyro 2, or Spyro Year of the Dragon, and Spyro the Dragon. All three of the games, they're all going to be based on this version of the game, of course. Beginning with the title artwork. Here we have some early concept art of Hunter, which is of course everybody's favorite character in this game, other than Spyro himself, of course. Next page, we have Moneybags, Scarlet Lizard from the very first stage, and the Professor. Also famous characters, of course. Moneybags trying to scam us during the entire game. And in the end, unsuccessfully, because we've got every single gem that we actually paid to him back in the meantime, bringing our total back to 10,000. Next, some more enemy artwork. Puffing, Platypus, Kangaroo Thief, Snail Elephant, and Snail Rhino. These are actually enemies from Mystic Marsh, as you may remember. Every single one of them. Pretty early on in this artwork, even though it's a later stage. Colossus, Yeti, Goat, and Yak. These are of course from one of the earlier worlds in this game. Colossus, as you may remember. As the name Colossus Yeti already suggests. Next picture. Breeze Builder, Falcon, Chick, and Parrot. Part of the Breeze Builders that we actually met in Autumn Plains. This particular bunch, of course, from the Zephyr stage. But some Breeze Builders also appeared in Breeze Harbor, as you may remember. Pretty annoying enemies, if I do say so myself. Especially the Breeze Builder Falcons. Next one is some character artwork from the Ocean Speedway stage. Queen Finny, that we actually did the orb mission for. The dolphin spectators and the fish spectators that we actually needed to kill in order to get ourselves an achievement. Still funny that you're able to do so. I love how they actually dressed two of the dolphins, but one of them is naked. Earth Shapers, Bee Tree, and Killer Bush. These are enemies that we know from the Fracture Hills stage. Yeah, it was Fracture Hills. Almost lost the name in my memory. But that is indeed what it was. Oh, speaking of Fracture Hills, and also Mac Macone, by the way. Cresta, Satyr, and Bippo the Fawn. Characters from those two stages, the Fawns. And one Satyr. Picture number 10. Bo Peep, Fire Grub, Bucket, Corporal Gluck, Sergeant Top, and Colonel Blub Land Blubbers. I'm actually surprised we were able to fit that all into one line. Here, also from the Zephyr stage, the Romeo and Juliet concept, which is for some reason spelled as Juliet and Romeo. They should have just mirrored this picture, so they would have been able to actually put Romeo and Juliet. Here from Robotica Farms, the Robot Farmer, Robo-Bee, and Robo-Grasshopper. Should be fresh in your memory. It's one of the final stages we did, so it better be. Next we're going to Skilo's Badlands, or Skelos Badlands, like I always like to call it. Glog and the Lava Lizard. I would still like to have a Lava Lizard as a pet, by the way. What I actually talked about back then. Ice and Fire Wizards. For some reason looks like something that belongs in an obscured RPG game. Picture number 15. Shady, Oasis Genie, and Shielded Armed Thief. Don't have to say where those are from. The name Shady Oasis is already there after all, so speaks for itself. Gear Grinder Robot, and Gear Grinder Thief from the... Yeah, you might say Gear Grinder Stage, but it is of course not Gear Grinder Stage. That place was of course called Hurricos. Here we have Hansel and Gretel, or Handel and Greta, which is also for some reason turned around, just like Romeo and Juliet. From the Scorch stage at least. Armored Space Cow, Sheep UFO, Rocket Pig and Manager Droid from the Metropolis stage. Looking at this, I must admit the Armored Space Cow looks like something that belongs in a game of its own. That's something that can be used, definitely. Oh, interesting. Here we have a couple of objects that we needed to destroy in Speedway stages. Even those get their own concept art. Interesting. Gulp and Pterodactyl in definitely the hardest boss stage in this game. Gulp. The first time I did him, I actually almost lost my sanity because of the stupid achievement. And here we have the other boss fight, the way easier one, including the final boss, which is also going to be the final picture in our art gallery, number 21, Crush and Ripto. Ripto was the one that we actually beat in the previous episode. The whole reason why we're here now in bonus content, because the final boss is indeed defeated. Well, with the first part of our bonus content out of the way, it is time to take care of that second one. We have everything in this game. If we want to fully complete Dragon Shores, we do need to have everything. So, make sure you have all the orbs and all 10,000 gems. And then we can actually fully 100% complete this place as well. It does not work out like a regular stage, but you'll see how it works.
Well done, Spyro. Step right into Dragon Shores Park.
Finally, took us long enough.
By the way, if you win 10 tokens, you can visit our theater.
10 tokens, that is apparently what we're after. No more orbs, no more gems. We've got every single one of them. Here we are working with tokens. Oh, and speaking of having everything, as you can see, here is a gate requiring 10,000 gems and 64 orbs. Therefore saying all of them. And the moment we actually have that, we get the ultimate reward for 100%ing this game. And that is indeed, as this symbol already gives away, infinite super flame. He's on fire. Unlock the permanent super flame. It's our final achievement in the game. Not really something you can use in practical sense, because we've already completed the game 100%, so not entirely sure what this can be used for, but you can at least play around with it. And speaking of playing around, that is something we need to do in this park in order to complete this place. 10 tokens we need to win, and that we can do in several different types of mini-games throughout this park. Some of them will actually give you more than one token, so make sure to check out all of the mini-games.
Step right up, Spyro, and take a look at what we've got for you today. Inside this here booth, you'll find some of the most vicious creatures you've ever seen.
Try the dunking booth.
Here's a baseball to spit, sport. Take aim, shoot at the target, and watch as the terrifying creatures fall into the water below. But don't worry, you won't hurt them.
A baseball. Interesting. Our final spit object in this game by the looks of it. There's some sort of yeti on this dunking booth, and the moment we hit this target, he will fall and we can have a good laugh.
Hey, that was pretty funny, wasn't it? Take this token for being such a good shot.
And here is our first one. These are the things we are after.
Have another shot if you want, kid.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we need to do that, because this minigame will indeed give us more than one token. It would be nice if I'm able to do it without targeting. It's not going to be easy. I'm already having trouble getting this baseball. There we are.
This is pretty easy, isn't it? Have another one of these tokens.
That is 2.
Have another shot if you want, kid.
My notes say there is indeed the third one. It's a penguin this time around.
Wow, you really are a great shot. Take this. It's my last token.
Okay, my notes were indeed correct. He also says it, so...
Have another shot if you want, kid.
There were indeed 3 tokens here. And not a single one more. Let's go to the next minigame. There's more of these showmen actually standing around, as you can see.
Welcome to the Dragon Shores Coaster. Here at the shores, we don't just ride, though. If you can pop all the balloons on the track, a token is waiting for you. Ready to ride?
Yeah, indeed, another minecart. Awesome.
Watch out for the other coasters out there. It's a crowded track today.
Mission. Pop all of the balloons. Get put back onto one of these minecart tracks, like we are used to. Be careful, there's baby turtles actually lying around on the track. We just need to make sure we get all of the balloons. Some of them we need to jump. Also try to jump over the other coasters that you actually meet on the track. Because if you crash, you fail the minigame and you need to start over. Like that.
What?
Try not to kill any random baby turtles that are lying around on the track. Because apparently for some reason that is necessary. And just like the previous minigame, this one we also need to do multiple times. But unlike the previous minigame, this one actually does change up the more we do this. Let's jump in time this time. Now come on!
What?
And this is the first one, the easiest one. And that one I'm already having trouble with. Not very promising for what is coming up in the later ones. And jump. Remember, there's another one coming around the corner here. There we finally go.
Good job, Dragon. Here's a token for you.
And that makes one. Next.
All right. I'll flip this switch, and now you can ride more tracks. See if you can pop the balloons on these tracks, too.
Let's keep going.
Watch out for the other coasters out there. It's a crowded track today.
Same mission, only this time around more tracks. As you can see, 50 balloons now. Now we need to make sure to get all of the balloons on the track. Now the entire track is going to be opened. So take this first intersection. Loop back around. Get back to where we were. And now we want to go right. There's going to be 2 more intersections. And for every single part of the track, we need to make sure to take the intersection first. Also making sure not to crash. No, I missed the intersection. Stupid jump. It's all the fault of the jump. At least I can do this one. There's also a loop-de-loop in this section. So... Whee! So unfortunate we didn't have to do that in the Speedway stages this time around. At least in the first game it was an achievement at some point. But anyway, we should have been there already, but I was stupid enough to miss the second intersection because of those crazy moles from the Hurricane stage actually appearing at precisely the wrong moment. That way, get the final couple of balloons. Finishing off the second mission. At least this one I did first try.
Hey, not bad. Here's another token. There's one more run. You're on a roll. This time you'll need to use the cannon installed on your car to shoot down balloons as well. Are you gonna give it a try?
Now things get a bit more interesting.
Watch out for the other coasters out there. It's a crowded track today.
And this time around, not all of the balloons are going to be simply running into them. The red balloons that we find on the track are going to be ones we need to shoot with our cannon. So make sure to time it correctly. Because you cannot aim your cannon. It's all a matter of timing it correctly. Like this one. And that was all of them apparently. Move on to the next section. Green balloons we still pop by running into them. The red ones we need to time our cannon. course, also still get those. Not sure if that was a hit. I don't think so. No, it's still there. We need to make that lap again. Now. Yeah, that was correct. All of the other ones we've already gotten. Final section. Jump. Left. Missed. That was a hit. You don't have to shoot anything in the looping, it looks like. Oh, I see you. It's deliberate that these guys are blue. The final 7 should all be the pathway back to the beginning. And there's also going to be one more red one. So be careful. This one should be easy to hit. The one over there. Can't really miss that one. And that was it.
Wow, you're a natural. You've conquered the coaster. Here's my last token.
And that makes 6. 4 more to go.
Want to ride the coaster just for fun?
No.
You know, roller coasters aren't for everyone. Come on back again sometime.
Who would want to ride the roller coaster for fun? That's no good. If there's nothing to be earned, then I'm not doing it. Here is minigame number 3. This one is going to be the easiest, because this one only has 1 token, unlike the others.
Free, free, free! You pay no money down and make no monthly payments. In return, I'll give you 1 token. 1 is all I can give, but you can ride as many times as you'd like.
The Tunnel of Love.
Hop aboard, my friend!
This one is going to be fun, because it's going to be random with which characters are going to be in it. Sometimes characters get matched that don't really belong together. Like these two. Baby turtle and fawn. Well, at least this one is accurate. And this one too. This one not. Oh, great, I got matched with the chef.
As promised, here's your 1 token. When you have 10 tokens, try visiting the Dragon Shores Theater.
Yeah, that we already knew. Still 1 more minigame to do for that though. The final one, which is also going to give us 3 tokens. This guy over here.
Hiya, Spyro! I hear you're a pretty good shot. How'd you like to try my shooting gallery?
Shooting gallery, awesome.
Okay, I'll set the timer for you.
Okay, we get auto aim. However, we do get a time limit. As you can see, the super flame is no longer infinite in this minigame. And we just need to make sure to hit all 10 of these little ducklings. Which is of course ridiculously easy.
Nice shooting! Here's a token.
Minigame number 2.
Ready for the next round?
Now we obviously need to hit more stuff.
Okay, I'll set the timer for you.
Now of course we need to hit other stuff. Stuff that is a bit more of a running risk, you might say. These guys won't stay around, so make sure to hit them quickly. Still shouldn't be too difficult.
Nice shooting! Here's a token.
That makes 9. Only 1 more to do.
Ready for the next round?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll set the timer for you.
Oh, nice. Now we need to hit the lizards from the very first stage. From the glimmer stage. These guys are even more difficult to hit than the divers from the last one, but also pretty easy.
Great! Here is my last token.
Now, let's go see what it actually unlocks.
Come on back anytime, Spyro.
The very final reward in this game is going to be Dragon Shores Theater. It is in all honesty nothing too spectacular, but it is the final reward we're going to receive, and it is going to be right in here.
Well, Spyro, it's your lucky day. You've managed to win enough tokens to enter the famous Dragon Shores Theater. Go on in and enjoy the show.
In all honesty, this is something you may expect it to be. Oh, I do really like this film poster. Coming soon, Spyro, Year of the Dragon. It's going to be my next Let's Play for this game, isn't it? But first we're going to be taking a look at the theater. And like I said, it is indeed what you may expect it to be. This is just all of the cutscenes of the game on the go. A full list of every single cutscene we have seen, from the very first to the very last. And if we select them, we can view them again, like this final one. Should look familiar. Yeah, that's basically it. Nothing more to actually explain about that.
Before you get to the castle dungeon, Spyro, I thought that you might
That is how
know.
it works. Well, it was indeed the final thing. That actually fully clears Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. Putting a completion to this second sub-project within the main project, that is Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I thank you all for watching. Yet again, another Spyro game, even though it was technically the same game, but another part of that game. I know. That's what you have with these compilation titles. Not the first and not the last one on my channel, if I need to be honest. There's going to be many more. But since these games are from the 90s, I thought, might as well cover this one now. I only have these games in the compilation title. So for me, this is the only way to actually cover Spyro 1, 2 and 3. And speaking of Spyro 3, that is going to be the final part of this game. Of course, I'm not going to be starting next week, just like I did with Spyro 1 and 2. There's going to be a short break in between where I'm going to cover some other games. And in a couple of months, I'm going to be back with Spyro, Year of the Dragon, which is going to be the third and final part of the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I do need to be honest, I also need to play the game myself. I've not played Spyro Year of the Dragon quite yet. I do want to play it, but for some reason I thought first I want to cover Spyro 2 for the Let's Play. That game I did already play, of course. But I didn't want to mix them up too much. I think you can understand. The moment I'm done playing it for myself, I will play it again, but then with recording. A much more fun game than the first one was, I must admit. Spyro the Dragon, awesome little game that actually introduced this formula and concept. But the second game really built it out, making the game feel way better than the first one did. At least that is my opinion. Let's hope the third game can do the same. For that, we are now going to have to wait, but it is going to come up. Spyro, Year of the Dragon, as the finale of Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Thank you all for watching, up to 220%. And Treecks out!